Most people who visit your website will leave without buying anything. Not because your product is bad, not because your price is wrong, because you never gave them a reason to stay. That number 99%, not exaggeration. The average e-commerce conversion rate sits somewhere between 1% and 3%, which means for every 100 people who find you, roughly 97 to 99 of them disappear. And most business owners respond to this by doing one thing: driving more traffic, more ads, more content, more outreach. But if the problem isn't the traffic, if the problem is what happens after they arrive, then sending more people to a broken experience just means losing more people at scale. So let's talk about why visitors don't buy, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. The first thing you need to understand is that people don't buy when they first discover something. That's not how humans work. Think about the last time you bought something that cost more than $20. Did you find it, click buy, and that was it? Probably not. You looked around, you compared, you thought about it. Maybe you came back a few days later. Maybe a friend mentioned it. Maybe you saw it again in an ad and finally pulled the trigger. That process, from discovery to purchase, is called the buyer's journey, and most businesses only show up at one point in that journey. They catch someone's attention once, fail to follow up, and then wonder why people aren't converting. Here's the real problem. Your website is a moment, but buying is a process. When someone lands on your page for the first time, they're almost never ready to buy. They're in research mode. They're curious, maybe interested, but not committed. And if your entire strategy is built around getting them to buy right now, you're optimizing for the smallest possible group of people, the ones who were already basically ready before they even found you. What about everyone else? What about the person who was genuinely interested but got distracted? The person who loved your product but needed to wait until payday? The person who wasn't sure if it was right for them and just needed one more piece of information? Those people don't need a better discount. They need a better relationship. This is where most businesses miss the biggest opportunity sitting right in front of them. They focus entirely on the sale and ignore the relationship. They invest thousands in bringing people to their site and almost nothing in what happens when those people leave without buying. The fix isn't complicated, but it does require a shift in thinking. Instead of asking, how do I get this person to buy today? Start asking, how do I stay in front of this person until they're ready? That means building a system that captures attention, nurtures interest, and creates the kind of familiarity that eventually turns into trust, and trust into sales. In practice, this looks like a few specific things. First, you need a way to stay in contact with people who've shown interest. An email list is still the most reliable way to do this. Not because email is exciting, but because it's direct. No algorithm decides whether your message gets seen. You send it, they receive it. Second, you need to give people a reason to join that list. Something genuinely useful. A guide, a checklist, a free tool, a short course. Something that solves a small version of the problem your product solves. Third, you need to follow up. Not once, not twice. Consistently, with content that builds trust and keeps your brand in the conversation. Here's the key insight that changes everything. Most of your buyers are future buyers, not current ones. The goal of your marketing shouldn't be to convert everyone today. It should be to build a pipeline of people who are moving toward a decision, and to make sure that when they get there, you're the obvious choice. Businesses that understand this stop measuring success by today's sales alone. They start building audiences. They start thinking in terms of months, not just moments. And over time, their conversion rates don't just go up by a little, they compound. Because every piece of content, every email, every touch point adds to a foundation of trust that makes every future sale easier than the last. So let's bring this together. 99% of your visitors aren't buying because they're not ready yet, and you're not staying in front of them long enough to be there when they are. The fix is a system. Capture their contact, deliver real value, follow up consistently, and build the kind of trust that makes buying from you feel like the obvious next step. This isn't about tricks. It's not about pressure tactics or countdown timers or fake scarcity. It's about treating your audience like real people who need time to make decisions, and building a business that's still there when they're ready to make one. Traffic without follow-up is just expensive entertainment, but traffic with a system behind it, that's how you build something that grows. If this made you think differently about how your business handles visitors, subscribe. Every week, this channel breaks down the strategies that actually move the needle, not theory, not hype, just clear thinking about how to build something that works. And if you want to go deeper on the system we talked about today, the exact structure for capturing leads, building trust, and turning browsers into buyers, there's a resource linked in the description that walks you through it step by step. It's worth a look if you're serious about putting this into practice.